An update tonight on our investigation on a man accused of being a fake nurse. Just this week, he pleaded not guilty to the charges he's facing. And the family of the veteran who died while in his care says their fight for justice is far from over. Tonight, 10 Investigates' Heather Crawford joins us with what they want to see happen.
Well, the veteran's family is calling for more arrests in the case and upgraded charges. And tonight, the Clay County Sheriff is responding in an exclusive sit-down interview.
There were just so many questions.
It's been 7 months since Kensworth Moody, a 69-year-old Marine veteran, died at his Fleming Island home.
And I want another medical examiner to look at this case.
Moody, who required around-the-clock skilled nursing care, died in October. His last hours were captured on the camera inside his bedroom.
You can see after he's gasping for air, the nurse or alleged nurse goes up to him, messes with his trach, and that is, at that point, his only airway.
Just weeks after we first shared the Moody story, 2 arrests in the case were made. The man in the video, Julian Williams, and his fiancée, Alexia Irwin. Both were working for Bright Star Care of East Jacksonville, Neptune Beach at the time of Moody's death. And both are now charged with 16 counts of practicing without a license and fraud. According to Irwin's arrest warrant, the franchise owner told police that she manipulated the schedule and payroll system to make it appear a licensed nurse was caring for Moody.
We wanted a more harder charge because we felt like he didn't do anything. He could have called 911. He could have woke me up.
This 60-page Agency for Healthcare Administration report says the delay in emergency care and lack of skilled nursing services resulted in the unanticipated death of the patient.
We just feel like the whole case was neglected. It wasn't diligently being worked on.
We took their concerns to the Clay County Sheriff and lead investigators.
So to the family who feels like the Sheriff's Department dropped the ball in their words, what's your response to them?
All indications at the time were it was a natural death. That's what we were going on. And as soon as we got a phone call from a family member saying, hey, this is not right, we immediately started taking action by having the body moved to the medical examiner's office for a full autopsy.
But the Moody's say they requested an autopsy on day 1. By the time the sheriff's office made the request, 10 days after his death, he'd already been embalmed. A medical examiner determined Moody's death was natural.
It's manslaughter. It's so beyond the rim of human decency.
Nobody was in that room that could definitively say, this is exactly when that distress happened. If the evidence was there, we would file the charges.
The fact that he did not call police, the fact that he did not call 911 for help, did not administer CPR, doesn't that escalate the charges higher?
And we're going off of bits of pieces of camera footage that is motion detected sort of thing, and there's points where the imposter nurse's back is to the camera and you can't fully see it.
The Moody's say that imposter should have never been hired in the first place. They want the man listed in state documents as the owner of the Bright Star franchise, Suresh Pandurangam, held accountable.
I complained to the agency. You're sending people that's not trained here.
This letter from the Bright Star parent company shows the Jacksonville franchise owner was given a written notice 10 months before Moody died that the franchisee was not performing the required vetting or training in violation of the franchise agreement. While the owner spoke with police,
your call has been forwarded to
he and his attorney did not answer our calls or texts.
We interviewed them multiple times with their attorney. They were cooperative.
Why is the Clay County Sheriff's Office not investigating the owners of this franchise, Bright Star?
At this point, based upon the evidence that we have, there's nowhere to go with it.
The sheriff says her office is committed to justice.
We're not opposed to upgrading charges if somebody has evidence, but it has to be factual evidence.
The Moody's believe there is ample evidence to show their loved one would not have died.
Not that day. Not the day he died.
Had he had skilled nursing care.
We're suing the franchisee as well as the franchisor. And Mr. Moody and his family have a right to justice, and we'll let the jury tell them what the truth is.
Now, Bright Star did not respond to our request for a comment for this story. The sheriff told me the VA is investigating the company. We reached out to the VA Office of Inspector General, and they do not confirm or deny any ongoing investigations. The Moody's are now asking the Florida Department of Health for another medical examiner to review this case. They want his death to be ruled undetermined instead of natural. As for the two arrested, Julian Williams is due back in court next month. His fiancee has not yet been extradited from Michigan, where they were arrested. Heather Crawford, 10 Investigates.